You welcome to a reunion episode of the Creative Differences podcast. Not a reunion episode for you, the audience, but for us, the podcasters. We're all recording in person for the first time since COVID's punk ass showed up. So I'm Dallas, and I'm so happy to see my friends again.
I'm Gabby, and I've missed all of you dearly.
I'm Colin, and I'm supposed to say something saccharine, and I just don't do that very much.
It's okay, Colin. I'm not going to do that. And I'm Demi, and it's been 81 episodes in 1 year and 4 months since we all recorded in the same room together. Don't get used to it. Welcome to another episode of the Creative Differences podcast, your one-stop shop for movie reviews, Fancast Fridays, Throwback Thursdays, and a number of other pop culture-related items. Today, we are doing a movie review for Snake Eyes.
Yes. I'm on a new level. That's the only thing I think of when I hear Snake Eyes. Because that trailer music seems so incongruous every time I would see it. It's like, why is this trailer so trap? But I don't know. I didn't see the movie. Also, this just in, Colin and Demi did not miss us. I guess that's on record now.
To be fair,
right?
Dallas,
deeply.
ever since we started doing in-person recordings, me and you
That's fair.
have
That's
seen
fair.
each other.
That's fair. That's fair.
Colin and Gabby are the
Colin.
ones who are in and out.
Yes. Colin has no excuse. But anyway, before we get into it, please like and subscribe, because if we were monetizing this, then I wouldn't have been too broke to go see Snake Eyes.
That's true.
Yeah.
And if we were monetizing this, I could. Oh, never mind. People from work listen to this podcast.
What were you about to say?
I'm just kidding. It was straight up just a joke.
Oh,
All
my
right.
goodness.
Demi,
Oh,
tell us about Snake Eyes.
I forgot you're not reviewing this, which means I did not even go look up.
Oh, wow. We're just so used
Wow.
to you, Dallas, doing this legwork.
I'm so sorry, guys. All right. Snake Eyes, directed by Robert Schwenke. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. I'm sorry, dude. Starring Henry Golding, Andrew Koji, Haruka Abe, and Takahiro Hira. Yeah. Also features Iko Uwe and Peter Mensah and Ursula Corbero and Samara Weaving. There's a lot happening here. So the IMDb synopsis is a G.I. Joe spinoff centered around the character of Snake Eyes. That's simple. Yeah. Gabby, what do you think of this movie?
I thought I was a little bit disappointed.
Same.
The action was fine, but we can unpack it a little bit more in a minute. But I was disappointed a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, I found this movie to be kind of middling. There are things about it that I liked, things about it that I didn't like.
Yeah.
So, Gabby, let's start with the pros, shall we? Because I did actually make a pros and cons list.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can totally do that.
So,
Pros were
What
the
you-
action
you liked
was
about it? Yeah.
very well choreographed.
yeah, it was.
The costumes were A+ to me. I loved the different patterns, the different kind of textures, and I like the traditional, or like the attempts at like some like, traditional Japanese clothing. Yeah, that's about it.
Ooh.
Oh, my God.
No, but I do want to stress that the action was amazing in this. The story was fine. I wouldn't call it a pro, but
Yeah.
like
Actually, it's a con on my list.
Goodness gracious.
yeah. I did expect a little bit more from this movie, I think, too. I went in with not high expectations, but like I did expect a little bit better, especially for a character that's so popular. I did expect a little bit more, I think. I think that's may have also been why I was disappointed. There were some expectations here that were not quite met.
I think I was not surprised, but was still disappointed.
Mm.
Because we found out Henry Golding was cast as Snake Eyes, like, what, a year ago?
It was a while ago.
Yeah, well, it wasn't that long ago.
No, not
Compared
like
to other casting choices that we
way
get,
back when. Yeah.
like, usually you got like 2 years and the movie's out. This one was like, here's your casting choice. A year later, here's the movie.
It does
And
seem to
it-
come out pretty quick. It's, oh, yeah, Snake Eyes is out.
Yeah, it felt like they made this movie very fast.
Right.
So I'm like, not surprised, but I am disappointed because I did want it to be really good. But that's not to say I don't want more of these movies, because I do. I thought all of the actors actually did really good, especially considering what they were working with. I loved this cast. This cast is why I would continue watching this current iteration of G.I. Joe. Just like off the strength of this cast alone, I would continue watching G.I. Joe movies. I thought Henry Golding is proving that he can be whatever type of leading man you want him to be. Rom-coms, action movies, the random husband in a thriller that you don't know is a thriller. Like,
Question.
yeah, it's true.
Would you add an American Man to that list?
No, I would not.
Honestly, his American accent needs a little bit more work, but it wasn't that bad to me. I know it was bothering the crap out of Gabby.
It was bothering me a lot.
But
it was really bothering me. I was gonna mention that in the comments.
After like the first 5 minutes, I like wasn't bothered by it anymore.
And
Right.
I was just like, the problem was it was coming in and out, and what really bothered me is like in the emotional scenes, he was not American. That was an English accent. I mean, like he's not English, right? But he's
Malaysian, but I think he grew up in England.
Oh, okay. He has an English accent when he speaks English, is what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
we've seen the gentleman.
And he like in the emotional moments, there was just like all the American accent was gone, and I felt like he wasn't. He didn't have. You kind of needed an arrogant American swagger to him, and he did not have that.
To this version of the character.
Yes, to this version
Right.
of the character, you needed like a lot of the jokes were supposed to be like arrogant American making jokes, right?
Mhm.
And like, you know, what's the word I'm looking? Dignified Japanese man going, ugh, Americans. Like he wasn't arrogant and like kind of not ignorant, but like, you know how like there wasn't as much braggadocio to him as you would need, and he didn't even like puff up his chest enough or like slouch enough for it to really
I don't think he
be...
needed to, because I feel like most of the here's the thing. I thought Henry Golding. There are so many Henry.
You always thinking about Henry
He's
Cavill.
just so
Goodness
beautiful.
gracious.
So is Henry Golding.
No,
They're both
I
so
know.
beautiful.
That's what I'm saying. I was like, he's beautiful, and then you
and-
just went for the first Henry that's also considered beautiful.
Cavill. No, I thought just facially, like he emotes so well. He says so much with just his eyes that he doesn't, and that's why I feel like him playing the role worked, because he was able to express so much with his face, and it was less so the dialogue that gives us anything as much as it is Henry's actual acting. Also, shout out to this film for making Snake Eyes Asian while also avoiding the silent Asian trope. I have so much respect for that.
Especially since Snake Eyes
It's
is silent.
Yeah, that's
Because
interesting.
Snake Eyes is silent, but he's also blonde hair, blue-eyed white guy
Oh.
in the original source material.
Ah.
It makes
So
sense.
it's
This-
fine if they got the silent trope. They're
Yeah,
everywhere.
Right.
They're everywhere.
There's
But-
enough whites.
If you're gonna make this character Asian, you definitely shouldn't make him silent.
Yeah.
Um,
Or like if like maybe not in the first movie, you
Yeah.
know, because if
or at all, just don't do that.
Yeah. Fair.
I thought Andrew Koji was great as Tommy, and I really want to see what he does as Storm Shadow.
Yes, he was great.
The movie should have been as much about him as it is about Snake Eyes. I was talking to you guys off mic earlier and saying that the origin of Snake Eyes has just as much to do with Storm Shadow as it does Snake Eyes, because the origin of Snake Eyes is basically the origin of Storm Shadow. And I just felt like he kind of takes the back seat about midway through the film. And I was like,
I would
That's
have
not
to
cool.
agree with you.
Yeah.
But I don't know enough about the mythology to
I
really...
literally only know as much as like I learned about it back in 2008 when the first G.I. Joe movie came out.
Ah, makes sense.
Samara Weaving and her character Scarlett O'Hara are completely underutilized in this movie. Yes, her
Oh,
name
yeah.
is Scarlett O'Hara.
Wait.
Is
Yeah.
that
I
legal?
thought she was going to be used more because they introduced her so early on, and then nope.
Is that allowed?
Why is that her name? Did they explain that?
No, that's her.
That's her government name.
Wait, I don't get it. What?
Oh no, Colin dropped his mic. He's dead. Colin has been shot.
Wait, I don't get it.
Scarlett O'Hara is the character name from
No.
Gone with the Wind.
I want to say Gone with.
Hand.
Then why
Gone
do you
with
not
the
get it?
Oh.
You know the
The G.I.
reference.
Joe
that was-
character's name is Scarlett O'Hara.
So
They
just
just
like a
named her
racist white- a
after this
racist, horrible
slave
white
movie
lady.
for no reason. Like when
Well,
you
remember these like toys are supposed to be
Oh, I'm sorry. That's not her real
Bless
name.
her.
American propaganda.
Scarlett's not her real name.
okay,
Scarlett is based off of the fact that her hair is red. Her
Ah.
real name is Shanna M. O'Hara.
okay.
Okay.
So they call her Scarlet because of red hair. That's
Probably also for the joke.
Makes more sense.
But also-
but yeah, she's completely underutilized in this movie. I wish that they had used her in a more Nick Fury in Iron Man sort of fashion, and then just given her own movie, because Scarlet was one of my favorites in the 2008 movie. Yes, I liked the
played her?
2008 movie when it came out. Leave me alone.
What'd
And
Who played her?
she was played by Rachel Nichols.
you say, Colin? Say something.
I don't feel like anybody's gonna argue with you about GI Joe. Does
No,
anyone
apparently
care
they
about
have fans.
GI Joe?
No,
Yes,
no,
they
people
do.
really care. That's why
People
they
are-
made this movie.
People are upset that Henry Golden
and they
is
keep
Asian.
remaking them. Really?
They're so upset that he's not a white guy playing Snake Eyes.
Ugh.
Because,
Who
you know,
cares?
those people exist.
These are literally propaganda toys. I don't think we should
Yeah,
be surprised.
they're like propaganda toys. That's what I was saying. It's
Yeah.
like it's like I'm not surprised these are propaganda toys.
Yeah, but like I liked her character in the 2008, 2009. I can't remember what year it came out. I liked her character then. So when she pops up in this movie, I was like, yeah, Scarlett. and then she doesn't really do anything. She has less to do in this movie than Natasha Romanoff in Iron Man 2. But she basically has a similar role.
Yes.
Yeah,
she was not really sexualized, but yes.
Yeah, that's the only thing that they took out. And, a whole bunch of screen time. Anyway.
Yep. I thought they were going to use her more because of the way that she was introduced.
And also because I've heard Samara Weaving is such a fantastic actress. I just expected to see her a lot more.
She is. So. She's in Bill and Ted.
And I think she's considered a love interest for Snake Eyes in most of the G.I. Joe stuff.
Oh,
so
interesting.
I just expected more. I kind of wish that they hadn't had her in it as much. I kind of wish that they had just left her as a tease at the end of the movie.
Yeah, that would have been more fun.
Ursula Corbero is deliciously evil as the Baroness. And I just want to see more of her. She's also slightly underused. And it is always a joy for me to see Peter Mensah and Iko Uwais because they're great and they're awesome. They played the blind master and the hard master, which is such a weird why.
Yep. Why would
the
you
what
call
master?
him the hard master?
All right,
You heard.
Is it hard or hard?
Hard.
Oh.
Is it hard? Is that what you said, Gabby?
Anyway, the visuals are pretty good.
Sir.
Visuals are pretty good. They're as sleek as you expect from a blockbuster. The action sequences are good, but the best and most interesting ones are definitely saved for the third act.
Yep.
I did enjoy the first test fight and the fight in the Tokyo Alley. My cons for this movie would be G.I. Joe movies, for some reason, struggle with their scripts. This movie has so much exposition and it's always presented in the most uninteresting way possible. Mm-hmm. The movie also tonally doesn't seem to know if it's trying to be serious, grounded action movie or if it's trying to be a mythological, somewhat campy action film.
Yep.
And it starts super serious and grounded and then it just stops at one point and you're like, okay, this is what we're doing now, I guess.
Yeah. Now somebody has a weird superpower, MacGuffin,
Yeah. And there are giant snakes.
Yeah.
By the end of this movie, I was confused as to why I should be rooting against Storm Shadow moving forward outside of previous knowledge of G.I. Joe lore and the plot telling me that I should.
Yep. Because Storm Shadow was cool.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Does Scarlett O'Hara also have a clan in her family?
No. She's G.I. Joe.
Okay, just thought with that name
she
might
G.I.
have
Joe.
some ties to the clan.
Oh.
But yeah, I kind of wish she had just been a Nick Fury,
Yeah.
She works for the G.I. Joes. She comes in at the end of the movie, gives them a file like, hey, come work for the Joes. We heard about all the madness that you guys were dealing with up here. And then move on. And then just have more of the Baroness as the bad guy because she works for Cobra. And then there's your Cobra tie-in. And then, boom, you've got a good... Here's G.I. I was like, I don't know if you guys want this to be a G.I. Joe movie or if you want it to be a Snake Eyes movie.
Right. Yeah.
I thought it was all right. My dad and I were talking about it today, and he was like, what'd you think? I was like, it was all right. And he was like, yeah. Because he wanted to go see it because Andrew Koji's in it, because he's apparently amazing on Warrior. I haven't watched it yet. I plan to. So, yeah. It was all right. That's all I got for you guys. I'm sorry.
I have another question.
Yeah.
Would you say that the writing was sloppy at all?
I don't know. No, I don't think I would say it's sloppy.
So you wouldn't call this movie a sloppy Joe adaptation?
Stop it. Stop it.
That's a good one.
That was real good.
Thank you.
That was a real good one.
I'm mad at all of you.
Gotta give you that one.
Thank you.
I really, really do. So, Gabby, final thoughts? All right.
It was fine. If you want to go watch a fun action movie, this one is certainly a fun action movie.
Yeah, I feel like we got down on it pretty hard, but
no,
it was fine.
I enjoyed myself. I just there are certain things, for example, that American accent that really did bug me. But I think it's just because I'm generally used to people nailing our accent. People love to talk about how easy it is to nail. And when somebody doesn't do it, I'm like, wait, guys, I thought it's easy. I'm confused now.
Also, for the record, guys, I want it to be known that my pros list was longer than my cons list. So,
yeah.
There you go.
Well, that's good. That's something to give the movie.
Yep. Yeah. What you been watching? What you been doing? Dallas, what you got?
What you been watching? Let me get to my notes while Demi pulls out a clock to time me. What I've been watching is Life in Pieces. This is a show that probably none of you have heard about.
Oh, I've heard of that.
Oh, good. Because
it's a white people show, right?
It is a white people show.
Yep.
Yes.
You're watching a white people show? What happened?
I'm going to explain that. It's in my notes. So, Life in Pieces is created by Justin Adler, who used to be a writer on Futurama in the 90s. It stars James Brolin, Diane Wiest, Colin Hanks, Angelique Cabral, and a bunch of other people, including Zoe Lister-Jones, who is one of my new favorite people due to this show. Summary is the series chronicles the lives of 3 generations of the Short family as they go about their daily lives in Los Angeles County. Each episode is told as 4 short stories, typically one of the blah, 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 blah. It's funny. So, the first...
Zoe Lister-Jones, is she Fawn Moscato?
I don't know what that means.
Oh, there's a character that's a politician on New Girl called Fawn Moscato.
Oh, maybe.
I think it's Fawn Moscato. Okay, go on. Continue. Sorry.
So the first thing I noticed about this show is, wow, this is white. And the reason for that is because my dad recommended it to me.
Wow.
And he typically only recommends things about Jesus or black people. This is about neither of those.
You gotta do Steve like that.
Those are his
Those are his
watching habits.
That's his genre.
Yes.
That's fair.
That's his brand.
Yeah, he didn't tell me anything about the show other than it's really funny. So I saw all these white people on the thumbnail and I was like, this got to be the wrong show. But I watched it. I was like, okay. And then once I got over the initial shock of it being the whitest show my dad has ever seen, I realized it's one of the funniest shows I've seen in a very long time. This show is hilarious. It ran, I think, from like 2015 to 2019. So I got to it just after it was over, which is bittersweet because on one hand, it's over already, but on the other hand, I get to watch the whole thing. Binged it on Amazon Prime. Not shout out to Amazon, they're evil. But yes, the show's amazing. It's kind of like Modern Family, but it feels like they have more freedom with their jokes. Like they can really push the limit and not in a, oh, we want to be edgy, so we're just going to say bad things way, but like, ooh, that's a wild joke I didn't expect on a family show kind of way. My favorite couple in the show is Greg, played by Colin Hanks, and Jen, played by Zoe Lister-Jones. And Jen is by far my favorite character. She's like the best parts of Poison Ivy from Harley Quinn and Jim Halpert from The Office because she has this lovely, sarcastic, dry wit. And her reaction faces to the family's nonsense are some of the best I've ever seen. She also has some of my favorite lines. One of them is, I love Florida. That whole state is like those restaurants where you can throw your peanut shells on the floor. And then she has another one which they're talking about babies. She has a kid and they're talking about babies and, you know, the whole concept of being baby crazy and all that stuff. And then postpartum depression. Oh. And she said, oh yeah, I had prepartum depression. That's where every baby makes you depressed until you have one. And I was like, yo, I feel it. But
relate.
Yo, that show's amazing. Shout out to Zoe Lister-Jones. She's in a new movie called How It Ends, and I want to see it, and I really don't know where, so I'm probably going to have to watch it on demand, but that's fine because COVID is whooping everybody.
Dude, you got to watch her turn as Fawn Moscato.
I'm going to try to see as much as I can with her in it. I think she also made the Craft remake, but I haven't seen the Craft, so
yeah, I want to show you her as Fawn Moscato because it's just such a unique character. Yeah. It's like very like a cartoon of a politician.
Oh, I love it. But yeah, she's fantastic.
So great.
But yes, Gabby, I do think you should watch Life in Pieces. I think you'd love it.
Yeah.
We watched it with our niece, which is weird because it's not for her, but she loved it. She just thought it was really funny. Yeah, I recommend it to everyone. It's very funny. And if my dad liked it, and there's almost no black people in it, I think you guys will enjoy it. But yeah, that's Life in Pieces. Enjoy.
Gabby, what you got for us?
I have been watching something very like my brand. I've been watching Forensic Files on Netflix. Now, I love me some true crime. I loved and my favorite part of true crime is watching like people that investigate crimes, like figure out who did it. I'm not necessarily talking about police here because they don't like investigate the police. Crimes. But I'm talking about, like people that are like forensic scientists that like take pieces of the evidence and they tell you, what this is, and analyze things, and they do experiments and they tell you, if there's a broken door handle, oh, it was broken in this way because of X, Y, and Z here. There's DNA evidence from this many individuals on this particular piece of evidence. Stuff like that I find very interesting. And that's basically what Forensic Files is about. It doesn't really focus on police. It focuses on other investigators. And just watching that puzzle come together is really interesting to me. The one thing is, like, some of the stuff on the show is a little dated and wouldn't necessarily fly in court today. But it's interesting to see what kind of stuff once did fly in court and was a part of forensic science that was investigated. So that's kind of neat. Yeah, Forensic Files is what I have been watching. And I like that they don't show like details of like what happened to the people because I don't like that. I don't like when crime scene photos are shown. There's reenactments, but like the reenactments they're not violent at all. So I appreciate their like lack of like trauma porn. Because I want to know how it was investigated. I don't want to see people suffering or how they suffered. So, yeah. That's it.
I feel it. That is very on brand for you.
Yes.
Demi, I got you. What you got? What you been watching? What you been doing?
Cool. So this past weekend, I checked out Masters of the Universe Revelation, created by Kevin Smith, starring Chris Wood, Sarah Michelle Gellar, Lena Headey, Mark Hamill, Tiffany Smith, and several other awesome people. The war for Eternia begins again in what may be the final battle between He-Man and Skeletor. There are only 5 episodes out so far, so it's a very easy watch, obviously.
Nice.
5 episodes, and they're all like less than a half hour. You'll make it. Personally, I never had an interest in Masters of the Universe as a kid. I just didn't.
I think, was that before us? I feel like it's an
came out in
80s
the
thing.
80s.
It's the
Yeah.
80s, yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I'm not really.
I had cousins who were born in the 80s, and I used to watch all the stuff that they were watching. So
Fair.
And we knew what He-Man was when we were
Yeah.
kids. It was still kind of a popular thing, and they had a show that came out in 2002.
Oh, I didn't know. I don't remember that.
It could have been a thing that we could have gotten into. I didn't.
Fair.
But I really liked this show. I thought these first 5 episodes were like great setup to what's to come, and I'm really interested in seeing where it's gonna go next. But whew, boy, I know them fanboys is seething.
Oh no.
Oh man, they done made them mad. They was like women, and a couple of other really big plot things that happened that I won't say on here because that would be a spoiler.
Yes, we
And
don't
a
do that here
very
sometimes.
Big
We
spoiler.
try
at
really
that.
hard not to.
Yes.
Unless
Yeah.
it's a throwback then.
Spoiler redacted.
But yeah, the cast is obviously stacked. I mean, I listed off those people. Justin Long is also on the show. And
Oh, I like him.
he's great on the show. Yeah, there's a number of awesome people, not only just like actors that like, we watch in movies, but also some pretty great voice actors. Diedrich Bader is on here, who is an actor who I really enjoy. Liam Cunningham is on here. You guys might recognize him from Game of Thrones. Susan Eisenberg, I said
Wonder Woman.
she plays Sorceress on the show.
I love her.
Griffin Newman is on the show. Kevin Michael Richardson is on the show. Henry Rollins.
Nice.
Dennis Haysbert is in an episode. Cree Summers is on the show. Kevin Conroy.
Yo, hold on.
Jason Mewes. Alicia Silverstone. Phil Lamar. Tony Todd.
Nice.
Wow.
Harley
this is
Quinn
stacked.
Smith.
Oh,
Of course.
that's
That makes
Kevin's
sense.
daughter. Yeah.
It's a that's like the whole cast basically. It's a pretty stacked cast, and that's only 5 episodes so far.
Yeah. Well, special shout out to Cree Summer, our Black Queen,
Woo.
and Kevin Conroy, our Batman King,
Truth.
and all those other people. That's a really great cast.
Yeah, it's pretty
It's a very
awesome.
fantastic cast on top of the lead cast that I already mentioned earlier.
True.
Powerhouse Animation Studios is I think I've said it before, they're my favorite animation studio right now, and they continue to be my favorite with their gorgeous work, man. Their character design on this show is just phenomenal. It's always great. I always love their animation. It's why I'm into Castlevania and Blood of Zeus and Seis Manos. So,
All dope shows.
yeah.
Still have to watch Seis Manos.
You do. It's fantastic.
Yeah, that one's easy to watch too.
One season.
But yeah, that's what I've been watching, and I think it's great. I think you guys should check it out. It's awesome. And I can't wait for part 2. Kevin Smith, let's go.
Dope.
Yay.
Demi is on brand with Powerhouse. Gabby's on brand with Crime.
You ain't on. I mean, you're on brand with comedy.
Yeah,
Yeah, but I got a little off brand with
that's true.
Caucasity. Colin, do you have anything for us?
No.
Colin's on brand with nothing. All right, let's move on to the news.
The news.
The news.
The news. Is that gonna be our new
I
news
feel like
transition
that's
sound?
adorable.
The news. The news. The news.
It reminded me of mail time from Blue's Clues, where it's like mail time, mail time, mail time.
But
we
also,
can't sing anymore because we don't want.
No, I think we'll be fine.
I was gonna say, let's not ignore all the bars he was spitting before that. That makes me wanna wag my
That's
tail.
after.
That's after. Oh, he starts with the mail
Mail
Okay.
time,
After
mail
mail time is
time,
announced.
mail time. Yeah, I used to sing that on my way to mailroom in college,
Oh my
and
gosh.
As you should.
there was one girl that would go with us just to hear me sing the song, and then she'd leave. She's like, I don't have mail. I'm just excited about the song.
That's adorable and strange.
Oh my goodness. So news though. News.
Yes, Demi, do you want to lead us since you are a fan of this actress?
Yeah, I guess
See.
fan is the word I would use now. Leslie Grace has been cast as Barbara Gordon in DC's Batgirl for HBO Max.
Yeah.
I say it's a word I would
Hey.
use now because she's a relative newcomer. The
Yeah.
first big screen role she had was just recently in The Heights, which apparently was part of the reason why she got this role.
Yeah.
Question.
Yeah.
I have trouble with who's who and In the Heights. Is she the one who was shaking her ass with Half of the Heights? Or
No,
was that
no.
somebody
She's the
else?
one dating Dr. Dre.
Got it. Okay.
I appreciate
the
these
one-
references.
She's Jimmy Smith's daughter.
Yeah.
Yes, the college. She was
Yes,
like,
the college one. That's
sucks.
her.
And he was like, nah, go to school. And she was like, I don't want to.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah.
That's
She
what
was
happened.
like, I was racially profiled, father, but we can't talk about that. Okay, next.
He's like, forget about racism. Read these books.
I mean, that's a way to put it.
Oh goodness.
Got it. Leslie Grace, Batgirl.
See.
She's Afro-Latina?
She is
She
indeed.
is.
That's amazing because that's 2 flavors of pissing off white people. She black and Latina at the same time.
Oh god.
That's illegal.
It's the ultimate. It's the
I
ultimate
love
way.
it.
Yeah, I'm excited. When the news, before this news broke 2 days before about who the front runners were. Her name popped up for the front runners along
Right.
with Zoe Deutsch, Haley Lou Richardson, I
Yeah.
believe is her name.
Mhm.
There was one
There was
more.
somebody else I can't remember either.
Well, she didn't get it, so
Wow.
Wow.
But when that news came out, though, I was like, I either want to see Zoe Deutsch do it because I think she was my fan cast for Batgirl, which, by the way, you guys can check out that episode after we're done here.
Do it.
yes.
But I saw Leslie and I was like, ooh, but I also wouldn't mind seeing Leslie Grace because I really did like her performance in the Heights. I thought she was really good, and I do want to see the main stars of In the Heights thrive. I do want to see them in more things. And now she's like, yo, I'm going to be Batgirl. Also, this is not one of those announcements where we're not sure as to whether or not this is confirmed. Leslie Grace did indeed post it on her Twitter page.
That's true.
So she is indeed.
She was like, "It's me."
It is me. I am Batgirl. One of the things that I loved was Lin-Manuel Miranda posted about it, and he posted lyrics from, I think it's from Breathe. And then he wrote, "Congratulations, Leslie Grace, our new Batgirl, from all of us who are going to brag and say we knew her win,"
Aww.
which are lyrics from In the Heights. So it's cute. It's adorable.
I found it was Isabella Merced was the
Yes,
other Batgirl.
that's right.
Which is funny. I think she might have been the one I was actually rooting for. So it's ironic that I forgot. Dora.
Dora.
The one, you remember Dora with the
yeah, you know,
with the weird review about the
yep,
throbbing and all
was
that?
so weird.
Got it.
Actually, yeah, I was rooting for Leslie. Leslie Grace, let's go.
Yeah, I was like Leslie Grace or Zoe Deutsch, and I won because Leslie Grace got it.
Yeah,
So-
either way, you were gonna win, right?
I got it.
'Cause- Yeah.
I mean, when you put your money on 2 possible
Mhm.
picks,
Yep.
you're more likely to win.
Hedge them bets.
Heads than boots.
But yeah, this is okay. So
Dominican
we have,
Batgirl.
so we have
And we have a
what
like,
3 continuities in DC right now?
We have a lot.
We have
Literally anything that has a TV show, anything that has a movie, they are all their own continuity, basically. Because Doom Patrol is its own universe.
It
Titans is its own Earth.
well, I think Titans and Doom Patrol are the same,
No, they're not.
but Beast Boy is in both.
No, he is not. Beast Boy is not part of the Earth that Doom Patrol takes part on.
But they're in Titans.
But they are. That's a different Earth version of Doom Patrol.
It's the same people. How did okay?
They're on different Earths.
I would like
Did they say that?
one of y'all
Yes.
to
That's
get a
so
job
stupid.
at Warner Brothers so you can look at the whiteboard.
I just
Right?
I want I'll
Just
sneak in and take a
like
picture and be like, yo, what
Click.
what are we doing here?
No, you
Because-
know what? You know what you do is you go on the Warner Brother tour and then you just veer off on your own.
It's not.
Yeah. No.
But the funny thing is, I have been in the Warner Brothers offices, but probably not those ones.
Yeah, you gotta
Oh.
get deep in there. Doom
No, they
Patrol.
got one of
Batgirl.
those,
We're being so shady
it's
right
like a
now.
big room
None of
where
us are gonna ever get
all the walls are a
Cut this
chalkboard,
part.
and they covered all the walls with just timelines.
I like Warner Brothers. I like DC. Most of their stuff I really enjoy. I'm just so confused because I was watching Titans and they put in a backdoor pilot for Doom Patrol
Dude, that's why I'm confused.
and it's
as
not
well,
in the
but I
same
don't wanna
universe.
say
So
It's
it's
not
like,
in the
why
same
do
Earth.
that? Anyway,
And then also, Stargirl is on Earth 2. The Batman is also apparently taking place on Earth 2. And then we've got our
Pattinson's
prime
Batman?
Earth. Yeah, Pattinson's Batman is Earth 2. I don't know if they meant for those two to take place on the same Earth, but apparently
I
they do now.
doubt
I
it.
don't know.
Pregunta. The new you know how there's a Supergirl that just got cast and she's Latina too?
Yeah,
Where is she?
she might be
existing?
from a different Earth because it's Flashpoint.
I'm sorry. Who is Supergirl? If you don't know off the top of your head, don't worry about
Sasha
it.
Kaye,
Yes. Okay, I remember that. Oh my god.
which
this
her
is-
suit looks pretty dope,
so
by the way, and
confusing.
so does her haircut.
Okay,
But
so
she's not. I don't think she's Kara. I think she's a different Supergirl.
of course. So what's his name? Whiplash.
Miles
Bring me
Teller.
pictures of Spider-Man.
Oh,
What's the his name?
J.K. Simmons.
Thank you. I love J.K. Simmons. Why did I forget his name? J.K. Simmons
Whiplash.
is Jim Gordon, and Jeffrey Wright is Jim Gordon.
Yes,
And now we're gonna have another Jim Gordon.
possibly.
Oh, Lord
maybe
above.
Jimmy Smith.
Possibly.
Jimmy
Oh my God,
Smith.
forget that Batman. Go to school. Read these books.
Oh my god.
Although
yes.
I would like.
Dude,
I
you
kind of wish that this Batgirl was associated with the Bat. Well, I mean, maybe it will be one day. I kind of wish that it would be though, because Jeffrey Wright playing Leslie Grace's father would be great.
That'd be cool.
But also just like Jimmy Smith as
Jim
Jim
Gordon.
Gordon would be great. Too.
I'll rock with it.
Well, that's just us, fan casting
Spitballing.
at this point. But yeah, there's a possibility that we'll have another Jim Gordon. I think that this is,
Of course we will.
of course we will. I think this is the first DC movie that they're making specifically for HBO Max alongside Static
Oh,
Shock.
it's a movie?
Yes, it's a movie.
Ooh.
Yes, because I
wish
know
it wasn't-
Static is over there as well.
I wish it wasn't just an HBO Max movie.
Yeah.
Same.
'Cause I
I
would
feel the
like-
same way about Static.
I would like to see Batgirl and Static on the big screen.
Right.
Yeah,
It's what they deserve.
Eh,
Yeah.
Maybe they'll have limited runs or something.
they might.
Maybe.
We'll see.
We'll
I don't
see.
know. I'm not
They
going
do
to a
that
theater
kind of
anytime soon
shit,
because that
yeah.
Delta variant is
Ooh, it's just mean.
backhanding niggas in the street. All right, is that everything we have for Leslie Grace?
I think that's all we got.
Got it. Shout out to Leslie. Congratulations.
On similar news, though, for DC, Michael B. Jordan is developing his own Black Superman, aka Val-Zod, project for HBO Max as well.
Yes, I'm noticing a pattern, Warner Brothers. All of your minorities are going to HBO
Yeah, I was
Max.
I was gonna say that, but I was like, no, Gabby,
Yeah.
maybe
Unless you're
not today.
Aquaman.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But like all your new minorities,
But
All the
you
black,
kinda-
all the black people are going to HBO
and all
Max.
the Latinos too.
You're right. Like,
She's also black, so.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
also, I think they're doing a Blue Beetle thing for HBO Max as well.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's right. I think
yeah.
Blue Beetle is also
Also
HBO
Latino.
Yeah,
Max.
which is
It's not a good look, Warner Brothers.
get it together.
You guys might want to change your minds over the next couple of years.
I'm gonna walk into Warner
They
Brothers
won't.
like, hey, can we get some
Can we get a theater release?
people of color in your theater? Don't worry about the racism. Read these books. Read these comics. But yes, shout out to Michael B. Jordan. He is developing a project. We don't know yet if it's a TV show or a movie. So if it's a show, then HBO Max, that's fine. You don't put TV shows in theaters.
Yeah.
But if it's a movie,
Except that weird.
we have some
Marvel
questions. What?
That didn't happen.
thing. You're right.
Michael B. Jordan and Outlier Society.
Yep.
I think that's his
Outliers.
thing.
That's his company, his production company.
Yeah, I don't know anything about Val-Zod because DC is confusing, as we've been talking about for like the last who knows.
Several minutes.
But I'm about it.
Oh wait, it sounds like it's being written as a limited series.
Okay, so last thing I read was like maybe limited series, maybe movie.
Yeah.
We don't know. They probably don't know either.
Well, sources are apparently sources, quote
Sources.
unquote, are
It's
clarifying
Michael
that
B.
that it's being written as a limited series. So it might be a limited series, which is fine. Put that on HBO Max about Val-Zod. Michael B. Jordan is for sure producing it. Might be starring in it. Don't know.
I hope so.
Yeah, he's dope. Shout out to being black. Shout out to Superman. Colin, you ain't said nothing in a while. What you think? You don't care. Gabby, thoughts?
See, I'm excited. Please don't make it a movie unless you're gonna release it in theaters. That's all I got to say.
Word.
Side eyeing Batgirl and side eyeing Blue Beetle
And Static
And
Shock.
Static.
and Static Shock. Yes.
But also on top of them making that though, J.J. Abrams is also currently working on producing a Black Superman movie, assuming that it's going to be Black Clark Kent. That is being written by Ta-Nehisi Coates.
Ooh.
Yo.
That shit I'm down for.
Oh my God.
He's
We
writing
all-
slabs.
We all like
I'm just
had our gears turning just now over that.
so I'm gonna ask a hypothetical question.
We love that.
Y'all remember the release of Snyder Cut dudes, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So just think about that kind of passion, but with the anti-black.
Oh.
You have a movie written by Ta-Nehisi Coates, which is the blackest author with the blackest name out in the game right now. And you're going to take Clark Kent, the OG superhero, and you're going to make him black. I love it. And I can't wait to see the flood of white tears.
Oh,
Oh.
it's already
Twitter.
started. The flood has already begun.
Oh,
But it's going to be so
bruh.
much worse when
It's
we
gonna be
get to
good.
the point where we're getting like trailers and promotional material.
Oh, yeah.
When people have to face it, like actually confront it,
Oh,
that's
it's
gonna be good.
Be a
Oh, like
great time on the
Black
internet.
Little Mermaid all over again?
Ooh,
Yeah.
But like, I think
But, like,
angrier, right?
worse.
Because they're louder.
Oh, this is gonna be worse
I think it's going to be worse. Clark Kent has been
Not my Clark.
exactly like Superman.
because
He's the superhero.
Not
you
my
can't
Superman.
grow up in the Midwest and be black.
Right.
It's not
Yep.
possible.
You can't be black if you're from Krypton.
Which is some bullshit.
Tell that
This
to
is
the
an
show-
alien planet.
Tell that to the show Krypton, which had the entire Zod family was black. So
Right.
It's his own problem.
anyway, we were talking about Ta-Nehisi Coates, and speaking of which, he has nothing to do with this project, but he has written for Black Panther comics.
He has.
And Michaela Cole has just joined the Black Panther sequel.
Yes, Michaela.
I don't know who that is, but
Wait,
alright.
for the record, I am killing these transitions today.
You are. Shout out to you and your transitions. The theme of this news segment is Black excellence, apparently.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, Leslie
You are so
Grace,
right.
Michael B. Jordan, Michaela Cole.
And you'll get to the next one in a few minutes.
Yes, it's such a great time to be a black person.
I don't
Especially
think-
a black nerd. This is all superhero stuff so far.
Yeah, no, I don't think I've ever seen Michaela Cole in anything, but I have heard that she is fantastic and phenomenal, so I'm excited.
Did you see the Star Trek episode of Black Mirror?
Oh, that's right. She's in that
Yeah,
episode.
she is. That's the one thing I've seen her in because I haven't seen
There we go.
Chewing Gum and I haven't seen I May Destroy You because it sounded really upsetting.
I watched Chewing Gum and it was amazing. Oh
I
my
haven't
God,
seen either
she's
of
a
them
comedy genius.
Well, that one's that's the funny one.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
And she had a small cameo in Star Wars. That's all I've got.
No, well, you know,
She
That's all
did?
I've got.
she's getting that back. Shout out to Michaela.
Yes.
I've heard great things about you. I'm sure you're great.
And we're excited to see you in the Black Panther sequel.
Dude, can't wait.
We are.
Love her.
And so some people are saying, well, fans are obviously theorizing of who she could be playing because nobody knows who she's. Well, nobody knows who she's playing. She's the only newcomer that we've got coming to the cast so far. So some people are guessing Madam Slay,
What a name.
Storm, you know,
I've heard that one.
or Anika, who I know of because Anika is a character from the Black Panther comics.
Yeah, the ones that Ta-Nehisi wrote.
Yeah.
Is that the gay one?
Yes.
Nice.
She's one of the-
I mean, so is Ayo though, and
Nice.
I think they're together.
Nice.
Ayo and I think Ayo and Anika are together.
Love that.
Yes.
Which, if she is Anika, can we get more Ayo in this too?
That would stand to
Oh
reason.
man, I wonder if they're gonna do like that. Was such a good storyline too.
What did they call themselves?
I was actually looking that up. I want to say it's the
Okay.
Midnight Angels.
Yeah, it was something spooky. And
Yeah,
That's dope.
It's the Midnight Angels.
Yeah, those two. They were wilding. But that would be cool. I think I'd say that's probably what they're going to do. I don't know. I just feel like Storm is probably early because Feige doesn't seem to want to say anything about the X-Men.
Which
Nothing
is
at
smart
all.
on his part.
Yeah, which, you know, they probably don't have that plan yet. Or if
Also,
they do,
Really interesting because they technically
Keep it
have a character from the comics who is a mutant in the Black Widow movie. So
I heard about that.
Ursa is a mutant.
Who?
Yeah, which one
Ursa
is
is the guy who Red Guardian breaks his wrist.
the
When
big scary dude.
yeah,
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
when they're arm wrestling. That's Ursa.
Yep.
Red Guardian does call him by name.
Interesting.
But yeah, so there is a mutant, quote unquote, in the Marvel universe.
I mean, there's also Scarlet Witch and there was Quicksilver.
Yeah, but I don't know if
That's
they're going to
true.
continue to. I don't think
Yeah.
that they're going to call her a mutant. She is the Scarlet Witch. She now has a legend written about her. Like she's no longer.
Yeah,
she is
you're right.
beyond mutant status at this point.
Yeah, you're right.
Scarlett O'Hara.
Who knows who she could be playing? At this point, we know nothing about this movie except that it's a Black Panther sequel and that T'Challa's not in it.
And it has a title, right?
T'Challa, Wakanda forever.
Black Panther, Wakanda forever. You said T'Challa.
Well, you know what?
That's what we deserve.
We love you, T'Challa.
Chadwick Boseman. Shout out to the legend. Rest in peace. Got to do it every single time his name is mentioned on this podcast.
Yep.
That's true.
Anyway,
Do you have a transition? Speaking of legends, my nigga Jordan Peele out here
Jesus Christ.
going off again. Ready for the three-peat with the new poster for the movie Nope. First things first, that's the best title in the world. And people are complaining about the title. It's only one word. It's no high. Shut up.
Nope.
What?
It's perfect.
This thing. Okay, so it's a black horror movie.
yeah.
Listeners out there, I don't know if you know a lot about black people, but I can tell you from any conversation I've had with my wife, with Demi, with Colin, sometimes because he's still in the closet about being a horror fan, but we'll move past that.
How many
They-
closets you want me to bust out of? Can't keep
I don't
doing
know, bro.
this.
All of
Stop
them, you
jumping
should-
in there.
You shouldn't live in the closet.
Right. We only got one more so far.
That
Anyway.
we know of.
Right. I don't know.
Surprise. No. forget it.
Anyway. Yeah, anytime I tell Demi or Kayla or Colin, yo, there's this horror. Nope.
Yep.
It is a quick nope. They nope out.
It's nope.
So,
And it's nope.
it's
and also
absolutely
just
nope.
the situations that horror movies present black people usually are so quick to nope.
Well, the thing about horror is a lot of horror is the protagonist choosing to do certain things. Like, oh, there's something. I heard a noise. I'm going to go
Mhm.
investigate. Nope.
Exactly.
Oh,
Nope.
something's down those stairs. I'm going to go see what it is. Nope.
Yes.
Oh, this is the only road into town. It's weird that the sign got worn down. Nope. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just
Supreme Dreams.
exactly. I was gonna bring it up. Supreme Dreams, RDC World, Mark Phillips. All of these names refer to the same person. For you guys who don't know RDC World, they're a very funny group on YouTube who make skits, and they made one about black people in horror movies, and it was just, for the most part, a collage of them noping out of dumb horror movie situations. Like, dude has the tape from The Ring. He's like, so you said the video kills niggas, and he's like, yeah. So why would I watch? Get out of my face. And I'm really hoping that this movie is just a fully fleshed out adaptation of that RDC video,
Right?
but starring Daniel Kaluuya, the legend, Stephen Yeun, the legend, Keke Palmer, the legend.
Mhm.
So the cast is dope. The poster's dope. That's actually what this news piece is about because
It's about the poster.
he revealed the poster.
Yeah.
There's a cloud. I don't know. Everybody's worried that we're gonna be afraid of clouds now.
Well, there's like a kite string coming from it or something.
Yeah, it's like a colorful string coming down from a cloud. I don't know, but all you had to tell me was Jordan Peele, Stephen Yeun, Daniel Kaluuya, Keke Palmer.
Also, don't forget to put some respect on their names, Dallas. Those are Academy Award winner. Daniel Kaluuya.
All of them?
I think Steve Yeun is a nominee.
He's a nominee.
Yeah, Academy Award nominee, Steve Yeun, and
Yes.
Academy Award winner, Daniel
Yes.
Kaluuya.
This is where we bring in Gabby because she watches award shows, and
I love them.
nope out of all of those because speaking of award shows,
Here we go.
I think Jordan Peele was the first African American to win the Best Screenwriting Award.
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure
It
it
wouldn't
was
surprise
I think
me.
because
that's
I remember that
original.
happening, and I was like, "Wow." Yeah, sorry, original screenplay.
Because I know, like, I watched other people of color and black people
Right,
included.
he won for Get Out, and that was the 90th, 89th.
Who knows?
It was like the
something Oscars?
92nd or 93rd.
Yeah, so
It's
the Oscars
something
suck.
ridiculous, guys.
yes, Colin,
Me.
are you gonna nope out of this one?
Yes.
How do you,
It's a horror movie.
What if it looks like
His House is a horror movie. You are on mic, recorded saying that you recommend His House to
Yes.
me of all people.
Yes.
That's a horror movie.
Yes.
You didn't nope out of that one.
There are rare exceptions.
Okay,
that
so
movie also wasn't that scary.
So can
Interesting.
you acknowledge that this might be a rare exception?
yeah, it might be an exception.
I doubt it. His other two movies have not been exceptions for me.
Did you watch? You didn't watch Us, right?
I've seen the beginning and ending of Us many times because we worked in a movie theater,
Ah, yes.
but and scenes from the middle, but I haven't actually watched it.
Fair. More important question for the table.
Yeah.
For the table.
Both the
Both the
table.
Do you guys think we're gonna get a scary rendition of a hip hop song? And if so, what do you think it's gonna be?
For a nope.
Oh, okay.
A
It's
good one.
that like hell nah that song is that, but like slowed down.
Did they do that for Get Out?
No.
Oh, okay.
It was just after Us happened, everybody was talking about what songs should be slowed down for a horror movie. It was a fun time on Twitter.
Mhm.
But I'm hoping that he makes this his new trend.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh,
I
yeah.
got 5 on it. Was like terrifying.
Yo,
It
that was
was.
so amazing.
That's not on Halloween playlists now.
Me too.
Yeah, and honestly, it fits.
Yes. Shout out Jordan Peele. You about to be undefeated. I mean, you are undefeated,
He's
but
the
you're about to
king
go
of
for the
horror.
three-peat.
And with that being said, that is all we've got for you guys today.
Yes, it is. Thank you, audience, for listening to all of that. As always, thank you, Crown Digital, Brandon, and Io for putting us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Thank you to me for editing, putting us on YouTube. Those fantastic transitions and, engaging with me on the Black Nerd content in our news section.
Yo, man, I try.
Yeah. You putting up mad points for the team. Thank you, Colin and Gabby, for showing up so we could actually do this in person. Because I missed you guys.
You're welcome.
Missed you
Yeah.
too.
No, you didn't. I'm just kidding. believe you.
Wow.
I missed y'all.
Oh, yeah, you said it earlier. You
Yeah.
we was here. Colin was like,
I
I miss
can
you.
be emotionally vulnerable on camera / recording.
Fair.
Just kidding, Colin.
Girl, are you good?
Anyway, back to you, audience. What do you think of Snake Eyes? Let us know. Are you upset that he's Asian? If so, shut your ass up.
If so, you are probably listening to the wrong podcast.
Yeah, what are
Yeah,
you
I don't think
doing
you made it
here?
through this one, to be honest.
Nah.
But yeah. Also, do you have questions about the name Scarlett O'Hara? Because I do. Anyway, let us know in the comments, or you can hit us on Instagram and Tumblr at Creative Differences Podcast, Facebook.com/Creative Differences PC. If you want to talk to me about more Black nerd stuff, because it's so much fun, and if you're ready for the white tears like I am, you could hit me up on Twitter and or Instagram at a king named Simba.
White tears.
White tears.
You can hit me up, Gabby, on Instagram at Stegosoria to talk about how if people don't get accents right, it's like slightly bothers you, just like a little bit, takes you out of the story. Just talk to me about it. It's okay.
You were super low on that. I hope they heard you.
She's over here doing ASMR about
Welcome
accents.
to Creative Differences Podcast.
No, thank you.
I'm Gabby.
No.
He's doing that Zoe Kravitz Super Bowl
We ain't
commercial.
doing that here.
Go on.
Jesus Christ.
I've been calling you constantly do ASMR on this show. So
All right.
Not
You have such a
intentionally ASMR upsets me. Anyway, you can find me on Twitter at Duck McGuck.
I think that's the loudest Colin's ever been on this podcast. you
I
guys,
was like, I need to separate myself from ASMR.
you guys can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Dreamy Films. Dreamy is spelled DREEMI. Thanks again for joining us.
It's been different. Bye.
And you can find we're
all here.
Yay! And also bye.